I didn't discover the behavior all at once. No one ever does. If I had, I would have stopped it immediately. Panicked, asked questions, told someone. But repetition hides itself by becoming reasonable. It slips into routine, into muscle memory, into moments so ordinary that doubting them feels irrational. That's how it survived. The first sign wasn't fear. It was familiarity. I caught myself pausing in doorways, not hesitating, aligning, feet placed carefully, shoulders squared, a breath taken at the exact same depth each time. I didn't question it because it felt correct, like finishing a sentence properly. Only later did I realize I always did it at the same time. The real discovery came late one night while I was cleaning. I moved my couch away from the wall and found marks on the floor, shallow grooves carved into the wood, pale against the darker surface. They curved inward, forming the same arc again and again, not random, not accidental, a repeated motion. I knelt and ran my fingers over the scratches. The sensation was wrong, not painful, not pleasant, recognizable, like touching something you've practiced touching thousands of times, but don't remember learning. My stomach tightened. That night, sleep didn't feel like rest. It felt like waiting. I woke up standing in my bedroom, not walking, not startled, standing perfectly still, facing the door, posture exact, hands relaxed at my sides, fingers curled the same way they had been every other night. I didn't remember. The time on my phone. Read 3:17 a.m. I didn't feel confused. I felt interrupted, like I'd regained control mid-task. After that, pieces surfaced everywhere. Notes on my phone I didn't remember writing. Short, precise sentences. Don't rush it. Same place. Let it finish. They didn't explain anything. They didn't need to. I understood them instantly. The way you understand instructions you followed long enough to forget why. During the day, my body corrected itself without input. My posture adjusted automatically. Objects were aligned until they felt right. If something interrupted the motion, a pressure built in my chest until I completed it. Once, I tried to stop mid-action. The nausea hit so hard my vision dimmed. Stopping wasn't allowed. I set up a camera. The footage showed me waking every night at the same time. My eyes opened instantly, no hesitation, no grogginess. I stood, adjusted my stance with a small practiced movement, and walked into the hallway. There I stopped, facing the wall, for exactly 7 minutes. No movement. No blinking. No fidgeting. Then I turned, walked back to bed, and lay down like nothing had happened. Watching myself was worse than I expected. I didn't look asleep. I looked engaged, up close. The wall told the truth. The paint was scratched thin at eye level. Beneath it, shallow symbols had been carved, dozens of them. Variations of the same shape, each one slightly more confident than the last, like repeated attempts at getting something right. I didn't recognize them, but my hand did. My finger twitched, tracing the shapes in the air before I noticed. I was doing it. The dreams weren't dreams, they were rehearsals. I stood in a long hallway that wasn't my apartment. Its walls covered in those same symbols. Thousands of them, layered like corrections over time. At the end was a door I never reached. Each night I stood closer. Each night, the hallway felt more familiar. The behavior began leaking into waking life. I paused mid-step in public spaces. Stood too still in elevators. Repeated phrases silently until they felt complete. When people spoke to me, I answered too smoothly. Like the response had been prepared in advance. Someone asked if I was okay. I said, "It's almost done." I don't remember deciding to say that. I tried to stop it. I covered the wall, moved furniture, painted over it. That night, I stood there longer than ever. In the morning, the paint was scraped away. The symbols were deeper. My fingernails were cracked. My hands ached like they'd been pressing into something solid for a long time. That's when I understood this wasn't a habit. It was maintenance. Last night, the behavior changed. Instead of standing still, my hand lifted. My finger traced the symbols with perfect accuracy. Then I knocked. Once, twice, 3 times. The sound that came back wasn't solid. It was hollow. Responsive. This morning, the wall is warm. The symbols are gone, but the curve in the carpet remains. The scratches under the couch are deeper than before. And there's an outline on the wall now. A seam that only appears if you stand in the right position. I stood there earlier without meaning to. It felt complete. I don't think I created this behavior. I think I agreed to it a long time ago. Long enough that forgetting was the first requirement. Something is behind that wall. Something that doesn't want to force its way through. Something that needs consistency, precision, someone willing to repeat the same action every night without asking why. Tonight, I won't interrupt it, because if I do, whatever I've been holding closed may finally remember how to open. And if you ever find yourself repeating something you don't remember starting, don't stop too suddenly. You might be the only thing keeping it from finishing.